purports are big. Is it okay, or you want me to read? Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, it is okay, Prabhuji. You can discuss. No
Yeah,
need to specifically read the purport.
yeah. As I'm doing first time now, so I'm asking all of you.
No problem, no problem. Prabhuji used to discuss earlier. Rupalas Prabhuji used to, recite the slokas and
Yeah,
then discuss about the various
yeah.
leelas, connected with the slokas.
Okay. As all of you are all regular devotees, so all of you can guide me. So as this chapter is very interesting for us, for a very good lesson learning in this chapter, specific this episode of Gajendra. This is very much we can apply in our practical life. Sometimes we just read many pastimes, many books, Gita, Bhagavat, but we miss one thing to apply in our life. We think this is about the Gajendra, and we see how he got surrendered. But same thing we miss to relate with our own life. So this I like the chapter very most, and many places it is recommended to read this Gajendra prayers on regular basis also. Lord likes very much, and one gets so much spiritual benefit of reading these prayers if one reads regular basis also. So here the whole episode is that we have one elephant named Gajendra surrenders to the Lord Supreme Lord Krishna. So here point comes of surrendering. So that point we devotees also try in our whole life how we can take shelter. We understood by at least theoretical by reading many books, surrendering Krishna is the topmost. But still, as a conditioned soul, we don't have that surrender, that which we call 100% surrender to the Krishna, like a Prahlad Maharaj, or you say Narad Muni, or like Srila Prabhupada when we talk, and when we see many senior devotees in our ISKCON movement, we see how they have surrendered to the Lord, how their dependency on the Lord. But same thing we don't find in us. We find always some lacking in this surrender process. Because of what? Like here Gajendra also, what he did when he got into trouble. Most of the time surrender comes when you come into the trouble, you come into the problems. Like a child, when he gets some problem, then he approaches parents, oh mother, father, or teacher, oh, please help me. This is quite natural tendency of a living entity. Like when you fall in a ditch, then you shout for the help, right? When you get any kind of problem, then you always reach out for some help. You tell people to help yourself. But whenever you are normal living, that time you don't approach. You think everything is going on normal, then why I need somebody else? So this is tendency in this material world. Till you have all success, or you are maybe not all success. If you get some success, then you always have hope of those dependency only. Like here Gajendra, when he fall, when he got into problem like this crocodile caught his leg. At first he tried his strength because he was most powerful. So that is our tendency. When we come into trouble, we first put our own strength to get out of this problem. We try all measures, either money or a physical power or any other resources, but we don't call out the Supreme Lord, oh Krishna, you help me. So that what Srila Prabhupada taught us from morning to night, schedule to teach us to come into the shelter of the Lord. From morning only pay obeisances or offer a flower, offer a arti, prayers, reading about glories of Krishna daily. and then you go for service. That's why only the moment where ISKCON, where we see the real practical service also Srila Prabhupada introduced very smartly. When we go like Vrindavan or some other areas, we see many people are they do bhajananandi. But as we don't have faith, so we cannot do so much bhajan. So that's why Srila Prabhupada introduced the practical seva. Because when you go into field, when you try your best effort to distribute books, because now we have experience of marathon, we try to distribute, but nobody takes. We try our best. कि भाई, we preach all the way. ये है, वो है. Somehow we apply all tricks, but doesn't work. At the end of you get tired, and then you pray to Krishna, oh Krishna, help me, abhi to madad kar. And suddenly you see some magic. And that experience increases your faith, and that makes you the give encourages you to take the shelter of the Lord. One incident, as soon as I pray to the Lord, Lord help me in this way. Somebody came and whatever took your books from you, he gave you order or something, you get experience. And like that, every step, if you learn this, we start our morning with prayers. We try to take shelter maximum of the Lord. We sometimes depends on our ability. So first step here, Gajendra did that. He tried his own strength. Many people say if you give them seva, they will say you, oh Prabhuji, mere se nahi hoga. I don't know. I am not very much smart, or I am not capable. People answer like that. But they don't understand that ability comes from Krishna. When we read Bhagavad Gita, Krishna only says that I am ability in the man. Like I have my own experience. Like 1 year before, uh, only recently management has given me one seva of DT seva. So I was never thought that I will dress the Lord. I was not knowing how to dress and how to do nice sringar for the Lord. So I never thought it. I was thinking कि ये मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ because I am a preacher, I am this that, so I may not able to do. But when I was doing that, because temple president asked me to do this seva, so when I was started, and as I know कि this is my weak area, so wherever our weakness, we take easily shelter of the Lord. But when it comes strong part, कि I am very much confident, there we don't take shelter. So then I started prayers. Oh Lord, please help me. मैं कैसे करूँगा? And that surrender helped me to learn the Sringar of the Lord, and easily I learned. Now I'm confident. Oh no, I can do also. Earlier I was not knowing. So this surrender only helps us to uh, take more surrender of the Lord. But problems comes, we try other ways. Like here, Gajendra tried his own strength, then his all wives help him to pull him out of that lake, but they also failed. So we also tried our family members, friends, relatives, and we take shelter of many people. Wherever possible, we try to take shelter of whole world. And when nothing works, then we go approach to कि अभी तो क्या करे, अभी तो भगवान ही बचा सकता है. So rather than that, if people learn from very first step only, they depend on the Lord. कि दूसरा shelter नहीं लेना है. Like here also we see in Mahabharata episode, it is said कि Draupadi approach many kings, like she approached all Pandavas and Bhishma Pitama and king to save herself, but nobody helped. When she understood that no one is helping, and then she called up for Krishna, then Krishna came running to save her. So then once she asked Lord Krishna, somebody asked Lord Krishna, why you are waited so much time when Draupadi was insulted so badly? So Krishna was telling, I was almost ready to run away, but she was not calling me only because she was approaching many people. He helped me, saved me, and I was waiting for her call only. When she will tell me, and I will go by running. And Lord was saying I was just on the door only, just ready for running. So sometimes we only don't approach the Lord, and we approach many other ways in whatever form or whatever relations. So that is what episode of your Gajendra. And then when he understood that nobody is helping, then I should take shelter of the Lord because of his past devotion. So that's why here also we are doing whatever spiritual life that will help us definitely, even not in time of good time, but even bad time also, even danger. So that's why here Gajendra teaching us some philosophy, some concept in his prayers, even his elephant. So text 14 and 14, 15, this knowledge called realized knowledge. After he got experience, then he's speaking many things. And this knowledge people will don't forget when they understand themselves how Krishna helps. So that's why devotees should be always doing some practical seva also with sadhana. Then we really understand how Krishna's magic is working in our life and how Krishna is helping us to get solve our day-to-day problems or whatever spiritual problems or material problems. And Lord will save 101% to the devotees. There is no doubt. Doubt will only come when you don't have that experience. So if you want to go through experience, then you have to do something practical seva. So that's why we have so many services in the temple or Srila Prabhupada introduced. So if we kindly follow our leaders, whosoever, Rupa Vilas Prabhu tells something, Gopal Krishna Maharaj tells us some instruction, and we just follow that service, and we will get that result. Initially, we may find it is very difficult. अरे होगा नहीं होगा इतना बड़ा बोल दिया कैसे करेंगे? But when you do, that time you understand how the things are uh, going on very smoothly, and how you understand. In that way, we will understand Krishna. Otherwise, somebody will keep on telling, and we don't understand. Once you have that experience, you will understand. So here Gajendra is telling, ki, my lord, you are observer of all objectives of the senses. So Krishna sees everything. He is the Rishikesh, is the master of all senses. So that we already learn. So even if you read Bhagavatam, Lord Brahma's prayer in 10th canto, the Lord Brahma also is telling, praying to the Lord, like we have all senses. So Brahma is saying, ki when like Brajvasis, which says Vrindavanvasi, Gopis. So when Gopis, they serve Krishna all times. So all demigods gets pleased. And demigods saying, ki we drink nectar through the senses of the Brajavasis, Gopis. Why? Because they serve the Lord. In that way, demigod also gets pleased. All demigods become pleased when you engage your senses in the service of Lord. But when we engage that same service otherwise, the same senses will not work also. Because we are not engaging in the service of the Lord, like our physical also. I have seen many devotees, they serve till the last moment of the uh, body or life, till they die, they continue service. Right? They never stops. Their all senses keep on working, and demigod also help us. So like that, Brahma saying because they drink the nectar through the senses of the all gopis, because it is engaged in the service of the Lord. So when Lord is observer of the all senses, then when we engage one by one, And by the mercy of the Lord, it will work perfectly. That is why he's saying that there is no possibility of solving the problems of doubts. The material world is just like a shadow resembling you. Because otherwise there is no chances to solve any problems. We find many problems, many difficulties when we live our life. We find many challenges, and many times we see very difficult to overcome it by our own effort. Many experiences we can see, many sevas, many examples. Like there was one, many devotees are there. One person was there. He was very stressed and he was fed up of all this material problem. He was so much upset, and once he decided, I will die today, and he planned to commit suicide. So what he did, he was planned to suicide. Then he was sitting in the car. So what he did, he locked his car from all sides. He closed the this glasses, everything, totally locked, and he was sitting just inside. And there is some gas in the car, some monoxide gas or something is there in car. Then he tried to release that gas from the car while sitting inside, and he was knowing once this gas will spread in the car, and then he will die immediately. So he started to release that uh, gas was started releasing. Somehow he removed that pipe, whatever he did, he was having that knowledge of the car, and that gas started spreading. So meanwhile, our devotees, like those who distribute books on the street, so one of the devotee was distributing Bhagavad Gita there, and he tried to, he thought this car is, whatever is there, the person is there, and he, as you know, the devotees sometimes the bang on the glass, and they request to open the glass, and then approach for Bhagavad Gita. Like many devotees distribute on the signals, so they have this experience. Sometimes people don't open their glass, and they don't easily allow devotees to talk with them, and find difficulty in distributing the books. So this devotee also little bit very much enthusiastic in service. So he approached him and he was banging on the glass. He opened the glass and he wanted to give him Bhagavad Gita. And this fellow was uh, already planned to suicide, and this gas was somehow inside coming out gradually. And he tried to tell this devotee, please go out from inside only. He was showing the hand, ki aage jao, aage jao. Like sometimes we tell some beggars ki aage jao. So like that he tried to somehow ki this devotee should go. But still this devotee was little bit fixed. Again and again he banged. He opened the glass, opened the glass. And this person got so much irritated. कि अब क्या करना है? Okay, chalo, let me take this Bhagavad, let me take this book from him. At least he will go. Then I will very peacefully die. In that frustration, somehow he opened the glass and gave him some dollar also, money also, whatever he was having pocket, he gave him. He said, somehow I am committing suicide, what I will do with this money? So he gave all this money to this our devotee and took that Bhagavad Gita and then locked again the glass. Means closed the glass, and he was thinking, now I will die. At least he went out. Devotee not understood what he was doing inside. So somehow he gave the Bhagavad Gita and he went. And these fellows thought, he, somehow I'm dying, let me see what is this book. And he opened the page and he read sentence, the human life is very rare, don't waste, use in the service of Krishna. And that sentence got punch on him, ki human life is very rare, don't waste. And somehow that line brought his attention, and he thought, ki, what I'm doing? And he started reading the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Next, what is the next line? What is the next line? And one may not believe, just by reading this book, he got that realized ki, what is my life and why I'm doing this. Immediately stopped that gas leakage, and he decided to give this life for Krishna's service. So that is what knowledge, that is what realize. So Srila Prabhupada has given such thing. So one may not know. He may think I lost my all hopes in my life. Like here Gajendra was thinking कि अभी कुछ नहीं, now I am supposed to die. अभी कुछ नहीं हो सकता. I tried my best. So sometimes failure happens in the life, and we think कि now there is nothing. सब कुछ खो दिया. अब क्या बचा है? Means you may lose all hopes, but there is, because we always see the hopes from outside only. There is no hope. Krishna is nothing designed in this world or any other world which is useless. Everything is useful. Sometimes we think I am useless. Sometimes we think you are the useless. But for Krishna, nobody is useless. Everybody is useful. And everybody has important, and everyone has some task to do it. So one should not think in the negatively. One should learn from all these pastimes how there is always hope in the service of Krishna. You may lose other hopes, but you can continue. So that's why this Gajendra understood now there is only hope, which is serving the Krishna. One may fail in all way, but nobody will fail in spiritually. People think if I do, whether I will get some result or not. But this is result is what? Result you will get once you do service for Krishna. There is no question you will 100% fail. You will get something. Even you try for book distribution, it's not you will get always zero only. You will get some response. People will take the books from us. But sometimes we only think negatively. Like there is a pastime of Vritasura in that Srila Prabhupada mentioning in his purport, if you read, because this Vritasura pastime in one of the episode, like when he was fighting with Indra, so almost Indra got defeated from Vritasura. Like this Vritasura slapped very heavily to the Indra, like he was sitting on the elephant, and this he immediately he fell from the elephant and fell down, and the which is he was handling that Indra Vajra, his weapon is that Vajra, that also fell from his hand, and he felt unconscious, and he thought now I got defeated. But whereas Vritasura said him, "Arey, why are you so much fearful? Take this Vajra and hit me. You can kill me easily because this Vajra specially designed from the bone of Dadichi Muni to kill me." So in that reference, Srila Prabhupada saying, ki devotee should never give up. Devotee should not think, ki suppose a devotee knows ki I will be successful if I do this seva, still devotee should try his all 100%. Then what to speak if you don't know the result, whether you are success or failure? You should never give up. Never give up the service of the Lord. Like here also, Hare Krishna land, Srila Prabhupada tried many ways. He was many times failed also. So he said, no problem. We have already made 107 temples. If Krishna don't want this temple, then it's all right. We are making for Krishna. Whether we are successful or failure does not make any sense, because we are putting all effort for the Lord. That's what Prabhupada taught us. So in spiritual seva also, when we do the seva, we should not think about success or failure. One should just focus on the service very seriously, and one should try his all best to complete the task. And at the end of, you will definitely get some positive result. There is no question you will get negative only. Just by thinking of negative, you give up your seva, or you may come back, or you will not do with more full enthusiasm. Like that should not happen. Like I have my one experience once. I was preaching in Raipur. So Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he told me, you should do one youth festival, youth preaching one. We should increase. So I was planning for one youth festival. So I was thinking, ki, who will come in this state? Nobody knows about ISKCON, how it will happen, so much budget. Because there was, I found one auditorium which they charge 1 lakh rupees, and total the I found the whole festival, if I will do, it will go around 8 to 10 lakh rupees. And I don't have any money with me. So how I will do this festival? And totally unknown to people, then who will come this auditorium? The auditorium capacity was around 2000. So I was thinking how to bring the 2000 students, and all so much problems I was thinking. But because of we forget ki there is blessings of Maharaj and empowerment of Maharaj, it will work. But still sometimes we don't have that faith ki how Krishna's work can be done. But somehow, because of instruction, I tried, and our team tried our best, and we saw at the end what is the result. It was 100% successful. We got all money, and our auditorium was more than capacity. Means if there was 2000 seats, we got around 2500 students. So like that, it was that was the experience ki how it becomes successful. Only you don't have to give up. You have to continue. In that way, we can engage our senses in the service of the Lord when we continue the seva rather than give up.
हरे कृष्णा, आवाज नहीं आ रहा है.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Now all of you can hear.
Yes, yes.
Some message is coming.
Yes.
So that is what concept when we talk about the key, who is the owner of the senses. Whole body is the who is the owner. When we talk about Bhagavad Gita, Bhumi Raplo Analo Vayu, Man Kamar Buddhi Evacha, all these elements, earth, water, air, fire, that हम बोलते हैं कि शरीर पंच महाभूत से बना है. तो ये आया कहाँ से? भगवद गीता में already described where it comes from. So this honor of this body is Lord Krishna only, because people forget that Krishna is the supreme. That's why whenever you read Srila Prabhupada's any book, any purport, one thing you always see, one sentence, that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna is the supreme. God, again and again, Srila Prabhupada gives us reminder, and everyone reminder. That's why here Gajendra is saying, ki, my Lord, you are the cause of all causes. Sometimes people find out कि भगवान से पहले कौन था. How Krishna is the Bhagwan? Who is the father of Krishna? Nobody can father of the God. They forget. Otherwise, how God can become God? If he has some sources, so God does not have any source, and he should not have. Otherwise, he will be not God. That what Srila Prabhupada gives us very much logical understanding. People think ki how God, that because they want to become a God, that's why they reject the existence of the God, because they think I can become the Ishwar. They want to replace Ishwar. Many people, like in our India, we see many In current situation also, many people claim themselves some Shakti or some incarnation. But when a person, whoever reads the Prabhupada books, he can easily identify such bogus incarnation and no one can cheat him. Because Srila Prabhupada taught us how to see and how to find out who is the Supreme and what are the symptoms of the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and why Krishna is the Supreme. It's not a blind faith because I like Krishna, that's why I'm saying Krishna is the Supreme. No, we have understanding and the authorization of the scripture also. We have many proofs, any other books like Vedas, Puranas, and other many scriptures which is bona fide, is establishing the supremacy of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Even it says Srimad Bhagavatam, very first verse establishing the supremacy of Lord Krishna. So it's not ki ISKCON is just crazy after the Krishna. No, because Krishna is the supreme. That's why we accept it. If somebody, we challenge people by understanding of the Srila Prabhupada books. Can you prove somebody else? If you tell ki Krishna is, you prove ki Krishna is not supreme and somebody else is supreme, we will accept him. But you have to prove. You have to show us where it is given, not whimsically, not only mentally. And I never met such a person who can prove us because they will talk only whimsically, not on basis of any scripture or any shastra or any sadhu. They just talk whimsically, because of this, because of this. And they believe in so-called chamatkars, which is not very much spiritually, materially. But here Gajendra understood ki how Krishna is the cause of all causes. Sometimes we think because of me or because of somebody else it's happening, but ultimate cause of Krishna only. Like one of the disciple of Srila Prabhupada was walking with the Srila Prabhupada and he got attracted with the natural beauty like trees and this ocean. They were walking on the Juhu beach and he stood up there and he was watching all these nice coconut trees and beautiful scene. And Srila Prabhupada saw him, he just standing behind and watching all this thing. And Srila Prabhupada was walking, then he turned back and he saw this disciple was just watching all this beautiful nature. So Prabhupada said, don't get attracted by this nature. See the who is the behind this nature. So who is the behind this nature? Krishna. So don't forget this. This is beautiful, but who is the artist of this beauty? Lord Krishna. So in that way, Sri Prabhupada taught us how to see Krishna everywhere, and that we have to put into practice. It will not come by automatically. When we practice, because it is a rehearsal. Prabhupada used to tell ki this. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada ki why you made this temple. Prabhupada says this temple is to practice because here we keep one deity into center like Radha Ras Bihari and all devotees serve Radha Ras Bihari. For everyone, man, Krishna is the supreme. So here we do practice to develop that consciousness that we are the servant of the Lord and we have to do all activity for the Krishna. Otherwise, we are habituated to do all activity for ourselves or our family member or a nation or some society. But people don't think of doing something for Krishna. So Prabhupada introduced how one can change his life into Krishna consciousness. Like somebody staying in home, he can turn this home to Krishna's home rather than making his own home. Like somebody says, "Ki my nivas," on rather than this is Krishna's nivas. We have to just change consciousness. Consciousness will not transfer your property to Krishna's property. But it's not that you are going to lose your property. You will stay there only. Like in temple Radharas, we are staying. Doesn't mean that we are out of this property. We are also staying. But we have to remind ourselves that this property belongs to the Krishna. And I am just staying here to serve the Krishna. Similarly, one can practice in home. So it is matter of consciousness. So how Gajendra was having earlier consciousness, he was just enjoying with his family and making fun, and everybody was fearful of him in that heavenly planet. All animals were fearful of him, and he was thinking himself the king of the entire forest, and he was finding himself the most powerful. But he understood here, and he understood that I am not most powerful. And who is the most powerful? Lord Krishna. And that's why he took shelter. So till one has confident on his own ability, on power, then he will not take shelter of the Lord. He should understand that whatever I have strength, whatever I have ability, that who has given? Lord Krishna. Then in that way he can connect to the Krishna. And that is the surrender to the Lord. No, I don't have ability, but whatever I have, my good health, I'm a handsome, or I have this talent, whatever talent that is given by Lord Krishna. That is the right way of understanding. Cause of all causes. So it's not that I am the cause. Who is the cause? Lord. Krishna has given me a good house, or good body, or good talent, or good family, or good income, whatever it is. So reason is the Lord only, not cause is myself. So when you understand and when you accept the Lord Krishna is everything, then it is easy to surrender. Otherwise, we think, okay, I am powerful, so we will think people should surrender to me. Or if we think somebody else is powerful, then we will take shelter of him or her or whatever. So one should remember Krishna is the shelter of all shelter. And then, and it is already given in all Vedic knowledge, Shastra, Pancharatra, Vedanta Sutra. So here Gajendra is also giving all bona fide scripture reference. He is not saying okay, because I am telling, because I am in the problem and Krishna will help me. Like in this episode, we can say Gajendra has not approached demigods or any other. See, to kill crocodile, no need to call Lord Krishna. Anyone can kill crocodile. Any demigod also. So he might have called to demigods also. Oh Gajendra, oh sorry, oh Indra, oh Chandra, oh Devi Ma. Somebody can help him also. It's not difficult to kill this crocodile. You need a supreme personality. But he understood कि it's not a matter of to just get free from crocodile, but get free from material world is more important. So somebody can help us to get out of some problems. Like I don't have money, so somebody will help me. Hello, 1 lakh rupees. Take this help, or somebody will give me job. So people may solve our small problems, but nobody can free from us permanently from this material world. That can be done by only Lord Krishna. Or Srila Prabhupada taught us how to get free from this all problems. People may will help us. They may will solve our small problems, but not long-term solutions. That here Gajendra understood. That's why he approached Lord Krishna only. Because all demigods were thinking कि he is not calling us. अरे मगरमच्छ मारने के लिए हम काफी है, क्या बुलाने की जरूरत है भगवान को? So people are trying to do same thing. They are with media, advertise, and all industries. They are giving us solution, and they think they are telling us not to approach the Lord Krishna. हम तुम्हारा problem solve कर देंगे. Government is telling we will make something for you, some medicine, some bridges, some economic development, and some banks are telling we are giving you loan, and everybody is offering some solution to you. And in this solution, you are forgetting Krishna only. And we are thinking when we are getting all, कुछ लोग बोलते हैं हम बहुत सुखी है, हम बहुत सुखी तो हम क्यों जाए भगवान के पास? तो भगवान के पास क्यों जाना है? Why you have to approach? They forget. You may be sukhi, but you will be never permanent sukhi. Your permanent solution is only taking shelter of the Lord Krishna. So when you understand, then only you take shelter. And then we offer the obeisances. Like here, Gajendra, in almost every verse, is offering obeisances. You see how our movement is so great. Like Prabhupada, even we don't know prayers, but we have practice. कि चलो सुबह मंगल आरती खुला तो प्रणाम करना है, और श्रृंगार आरती में प्रणाम करना है, प्रणाम करते रहना है. तो one may not know importance if still is doing daily pranam. तो इस प्रणाम का भी परिणाम कितना महान है. Gajendra offered obeisances and he got solved and he went back home. So here we are doing daily pranam. So don't you think it will be accepted by Lord? You see how Prabhupada has done a great thing for us. Even we cannot offer prayers, but still we are doing daily pranam. So pranam will give one parinam. What is that parinam? Blessings. You do pranam to anyone, he will give you ashirvad only. When we touch the feet of seniors like parents, teachers, even they are angry, but when you offer touch the feet, they will give you some blessing. Sukhi ho jao, ye ho jao. So when you are offering obeisances to the Lord, why you will not get a blessing? 101%. And when we offer daily flowers, गजेंद्र ने एक ही फ्लावर ऑफर किया, भगवान आ गए. हमको तो रोज मौका मिल रहा है, डेली हम आके ऑफर कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पे फ्लावर्स ऑफर करें, इंसेंस, आरती, वी डू आरती ऑल्सो. So we have so much opportunity. So much our luck is there because of Srila Prabhupada, who created fortune for us. So in that way, we can practice and we can try to apply these teachings of a pure devotees, whoever, so maybe Gajendra, Prahlad Maharaj, or anybody else. We can apply in our life, not only just reading text or memorizing sloka. That will benefit us, but one should try to take shelter of the Lord, and one should evaluate himself regularly. कि मैं पिछले साल what was my surrender? Now this year my surrender increased or not? My faith has increased or not? In a day, how many times I take shelter of the Lord? So one should remember this. Saranagati is not one day process. कि बंदूक दिखाया, surrender yourself, and you raise your hand. That is not surrender. Surrender means you are willingly surrender. Now my everything is for you. And we are already habituated of bad surrender. So it will take time. This surrender will not happen in a day, in a night. So daily practice will help us to increase our surrender. Hare Krishna. So if I will stop here because I have to go for DT Seva, dressing. So I have to take bath. If anybody has any correction, please tell me.
हरे कृष्णा. दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी.
Hmm.
हिज ग्रेस राम रघुनाथ प्रभु जी की जय हो प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्णा.
Hare Krishna. Any question or correction है तो बताओ. Sorry, I
There is no correction प्रभु जी. Wonderful कथा, very nice katha. And actually, one small doubt is there. Prabhuji, you have told the story of Draupadi. So for the public, how we have to explain them that Krishna was came at the last time when Draupadi was calling, but why he has not come earlier? So people ask the general public why he was waiting for the call. So any how to explain?
Because that is a teaching, because she was not taking shelter of the
Shelter.
Lord. She was taking of other. She was thinking, "Ki Pandava will help me,
Yes, Prabhu.
Dhritarashtra will help me."
Yes.
Because, like, you can give him example. You are standing somewhere, and like somebody will not approach your help, and if he takes other help, so your neighbor is in trouble. But he
Ah,
may approach other neighbors, "Ki please help me," but he will
okay.
not come to you.
Okay.
So even if you know his problem, you may not go directly. So
Okay.
Krishna is also person. You just
Okay.
call him; he is ready for you. So Draupadi has, but as soon as she called, Lord Krishna become a sari of a woman. It's and that time her body was contaminated due to that menstrual period. But still,
Yeah.
Lord embrace her entirely in form of sari. Lord Krishna himself extended as a vastra. So
Very
he's so merciful.
wonderful, Prabhuji. Very nice.
And second thing, that is a pastime also. Leela is not ki purposely Lord wanted. Both thing is there.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you,
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, one more Mataji, Tarini Matreja Mataji.
Okay.
She has a question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is that like the surrender doesn't come that easily when everything in life is going smoothly. You have a
Right.
job, everything is going okay, except for the small little problems we have. So, like Kunti Maharani says, that give me problems. So, is that the right way? Should we do that? Because that the aim of life to get true bhakti, if we surrender, that is only not there, then we are not at the right level, Prabhuji. So, is that the right way to pray to Krishna that if you desire, give me problems to the extent where I can bear, or what is the right way to pray to God so that we get the surrender? Because otherwise, it's not easy, Prabhuji. If when life is going smoothly with small problems, it doesn't come, at least not in my life.
Yeah, you're right. Because actually, root cause is what? If you find out, even like if I pray, give me problems, but I can tell you very honestly, sometimes our consciousness is so good, even we will remember in problems. Because sometimes in problem also it's a habit. I will first call somebody else. Oh, my father, please help me. So it's a quite natural tendency is there. It's not a problem will come and I will go to Krishna only. So it is not recommended to pray for the problems. And even we pray doesn't mean the problem will come next day to us. That Krishna is also knows us, and He will give appropriately whatever is good for us. Better to pray ki whatever Krishna He wants with us appropriately, He will give us. And we should practice to surrender very honestly, because our movement is sadhaka, like student. We are learner. So Prabhupada has given some instruction or whatever our spiritual master or Shiksha Guru. Rather than if we become a sincere student na, while practicing, it will happen rather than thinking ki I will remember in problems. In good time or bad time, we have to be under guidance and we have to practice sincerely. Then definitely our marks will be more when we go for exams. That is quite natural. It's not a subject is easy, then we will not do effort. But when subject become difficult, then we work hard. That is a quite natural. Anyone will do. So I will recommend ki one should try to practice daily basis, little also, rather than to waiting for problems only. It will come always plus and minus. Better to practice daily and sincerely. It will happen definitely. Some practical, when you do service for the Lord, you will take some risk for the Lord. Risk means some task. I will do this much. whatever it is, book decision or chanting or some doing some seva at home, you give some commitment and Lord will help you to do that, and that will increase your faith gradually. Because of conditioning, we don't do surrender. That is what my experience.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. So, can I stop?
Yes, Prabhuji. Since you wanted to go for the seva better.
Yeah.
We
I
will
have to go for
yes.
night.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for giving me opportunity.
Thank
for
you so much for
Katha.
the nice katha, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Thank you.
His Grace Ram Raghunath Prabhuji ki jai.
Jai.
Hari bol, Hari bol.
Hari
Thank you,
bol.
Prabhuji.
Hari